From forge to glory, the blacksmith who conquered the impossible dreams. The blacksmith's son and his royal dream. In a small European village during the Middle Ages lived a young boy named Thomas. He was the son of a hard-working blacksmith who had spent his entire life in the heat of the forge, the sound of the hammer, his constant companion. Life in the village was simple and tough. People eked out a living from the land and their livestock. But Thomas's heart yearned for something more than the daily grind. The birth of a dream. Since childhood, Thomas had been captivated by the grand castle that loomed on the horizon. He would spend hours gazing at it, imagining the lives of the nobles who lived within its towering walls. He always dreamed of one day stepping inside its imposing gates. But whenever he shared his dream with others, they would laugh and say, "A boy like you belongs in the village. Castles are for lords and ladies." Yet their words did not dampen his spirit. Every night, while others slept, Thomas would pore over his grandfather's old books on metalworking and blacksmithing. He believed that skill and talent could be the bridge to any dream. A golden opportunity. Years later, news spread through the village that the king was preparing for a great battle and was in search of a blacksmith to create a special, unique armor for his soldiers. This was the chance Thomas had been waiting for. But his father was against it, saying, "Thomas, this is not for us. Blacksmithing is our way of life, not a path to glory." Determined, Thomas spent every night practicing in secret. He redesigned armor, welded metals with skill, and learned from every mistake. His hands blistered by day, and exhaustion consumed him by night. But he persevered. A difficult path. When the king's representative arrived in the village, Thomas seized his opportunity. With a heart full of both excitement and fear, he presented his finest piece of armor. The representative examined it and exclaimed, "Whose work is this?" Thomas replied confidently, "It's mine, sir." The representative smiled and said, "Very well, you must come to the castle. Perhaps we see something in you that others do not." Journey to the castle and trials. The journey to the castle was like entering another world for Thomas. The castle he had always admired from afar was now before his eyes. At the castle, the experienced court blacksmiths mocked him. They said, "A village boy? You can't create anything worthy of the king." But Thomas, with his confidence and skill,